Hi, this is Paul and thanks for visiting my freeware section. The tools in here will help you save money, but also give you a flavour for how the main product will look and feel when you get it. The tools in this section are not property related, but they are a lot of fun. So there is one fundamental secret to succeeding in getting discounts that you need to know. So, do you want to know what it is? Really? You really want to know what the number one secret is? Okay, let me tell you. The number one secret to succeeding in getting discounts is you just need to ask. Most people can't bring themselves to ask, and that's why they never get a bargain. It makes no difference what tools or training you've had. If you can't bring yourself to put them into action and just ask, they're worth nothing. Having said this, here are a couple of small but fun tools that you can use to help you save money in your future interactions when you're buying stuff. The first one is good for things like market stalls, where you're talking directly to the seller who has the power to make selling and pricing decisions. And the second one is really good for retail outlets like large stationers or high-tech shops or department stores for clothing. Typically a large shop type atmosphere. So would you like to see how to save money in retail outlets? I'm sure you would. I just want to say that these don't work every single time, but they do work a lot of the time. But the most important thing is that you have a cheeky sense of humour and you just ask for things. If you can just ask for things, then it's amazing how you're going to feel when you start to get results. So let's go into the first one, and it's quite simply called getting a discount for cash. So this works well where the person you're talking to has the ability to make pricing decisions. So I'm giving an example of a market stall because the person on the stall generally has some sort of flexibility in how much they charge. I have also used the same technique for discount for cash to get discounts on training courses and all sorts of other things. But let's take the market stall as an example because it's nice and simple. So let's just pretend you're in a mall or in a street market and you go up to a nice market stall, and let's imagine that the article that you'd like to buy is a piece of jewellery and it's priced at a nice round £50. Now, all you have to do is ask the seller if they'll give you a discount for a cash purchase. You just need to say something like, will you give a discount for cash? I've put some other ways of pitching this or asking on the screen here, as you can see, but generally all I say is, will you give a discount for cash? And see what they say. Now, in doing this, there are a couple of things that you need to take into account here that will improve your chances of success. Firstly, you need to have the hard currency to hand. So you're talking about discount for cash, have the cash ready. So if they say yes, you pay the person straight away. I just want to reiterate here, when you say discount for cash, you have the cash in your hand. Now, this comes back to having the cash in your hand. I found this really nice little trick. Have the amount of money you want to pay in your hand at the time with the full value showing. I usually find that the seller will discount 10% off the price of their goods without too much of a fight. So if the item is £50, have two 20s and a 5 clearly visible and your arm extended to the salesperson so they can see what you're offering. So when you've asked, another tip, keep a straight face when you've asked and wait for them to respond. Now, they may give you a funny look, they may turn away, they might pull a funny face. This is only them thinking about it. And if they're thinking about £50 and you're offering them £45, the chances are it's going to go your way. If they said no straight away, then it's not going to work. But if they're thinking about it, you're almost there. Now, you may feel a little bit cheeky when you ask, but believe me, it's great when they say okay. I still remember the excitement that ran through me when I first tried this, and actually I still get a buzz when I succeed even now. So this is a really nice little technique. Try it and succeed with it. Have fun with it. Now here is a nice little technique that you'll see will probably save you a nice little bundle of cash when you next go and buy something from a retail outlet. It's quite a cheeky technique, but I absolutely love doing it. The saving here can be quite substantial on high-priced goods and would normally pay for the cost of my amazing video for house purchases. There are a couple of things that you need to keep in mind with this one. Firstly, as I've said before, you need to ask. And secondly, don't get pushy with the assistant. You need to remain friendly at all times. And thirdly, it's better if you can spend time building a relationship with a sales assistant, so perhaps a busy Saturday is not the best time. But if it is Saturday and the shop is quite quiet, yeah, why not go for it? So let's create a scenario where you go to buy a camera in a large retail outlet near you. It's quiet in the shop. You ask about the new camera you're going to buy. You build a relationship with the sales assistant by getting their advice on the product, the usual stuff. Just asked about the pros and cons of the product and how it compares with other similar cameras. Maybe you might want to get the salesperson view on how the chosen product compares with other similar products in that price range. Try and spend about 10 minutes doing this. And when you finish talking, thank them for their help and tell them they've been very, very helpful. Then, when you're ready to buy, you say, "So, what sort of discount can you offer me?" Chances are, being a large retail outlet, they'll say none. And this is where the fun starts. Then, you ask in your sweetest voice if, as part of their employment, they get a personal staff discount. The chances are they'll say yes. Then you say, "Look, I'm a regular customer here. I buy all of my equipment here. How about you could let me have your employee discount for the month against my purchase?" At this point in time, you need to shut up and let them think. Now, there are a number of potential answers to this. They say, "Okay, I'll let you have my monthly discount this month," in which case, ka-chang, you've just saved yourself a nice little packet. Another potential outcome is they say, "No, I don't have any discount left this month." And in response, you might like to say, "Well, how about one of your friends here? Do they have any discount that I could have? Would you like to ask them?" I mean to say, I am such a good customer here. And you need to let them think about it, because the chances are, if you're a good customer, or even if you're telling them they're a good customer, and you've got a good relationship with the assistant, it's not going to harm him or her to go to one of their friends and ask for their discount. So the third outcome of asking for staff discount is they just say no. And the options there are you just go with the response and say accept their decision, or you could just say again in a pleasant voice, so as not to upset them, just say, "Well, why not?" And the employee could say something like, "Well, our boss told us not to," in which case you could respond with something like, "Look, I promise I won't tell your boss, and this would keep me as a really good customer. I did say I'm a regular here, and you're being so helpful. Surely you could give me a discount just this once." So you're getting what their problem is, their initial objection, and you're turning it round and offering it to them again in a nice way, and it's building the relationship. It's using the relationship in this instance that will help you succeed. Anyway, that's it for the freeware section. Try it, have fun with it, and as usual, feel free to contact me with your successes. Thanks very much for listening.